Waiter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Quetta.
Con get day. It's a wheeler. Waiter.
Yeah.
The new workforce could now turn to the growing village's needs. First, they would build a mill near their food source, so villagers could drop off gathered berries more easily.
Here's this.
Yes, sir.
Working day.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Next, the growing village would need wood to build with.
Huh? Yellow. Whoa-do.
Huh? Quetta. Huende. Yaru. Yes, Sami Ende. Yeah. Will do.
The growing community now had a steady supply of lumber. To make wood collection easier, villagers could erect a lumber camp near the forest.
Workende.
Thanks to the camp, villagers no longer needed to travel as far to drop off lumber. The village now required additional houses to support its growing population.
Yeah. Where can? Yeah, worta. Working day.
Yeah. Huende. Huh? Quetta.
Done.
Yes, Sami Ende.
Yellow. Working day. Yeah. Waiter. Yes, Sammy Ende. Huh? Gonge day.
With additional housing in place, even more villagers could join the workforce. But a populous village would soon exhaust the natural food sources. To grow, the community needed dedicated farms.
Working.
Quetta.
Yeah, worta.
Workan. Huerta. Yaru.
Huh?
Workende. Yaru.
Yeah.
Yaya. Dom.
Woodsmen and farmers now kept the village well supplied.
Queta.
Workende.
Further growth required knowing the countryside and finding more resources. For that, communities employed scouts.
Abendende. Huh? Voodoo.
Able to move quickly and see great distances, scouts were key to discovering new resources. The most important thing for a scout to locate was a ready source of gold.
Forward.
Yaru, Asteriende.
Ridera. Ridende. Huh? Workout.
Queta. Workende. Huh? Where can? Ha. Queta. Workende. Yaru. Workende.
Yaru. Yes, sir. Asterende.
To prevent having to haul ore large distances, expanding communities would establish a mining camp near the source of gold.
Yeah. Workende.
Forward. Yeah. Helsa. Yeah.
A well-placed camp ensured efficient gold mining.
Yaru. Off to Yaya. Delfende. Huh? Delfende.
Queta. Delfende.
With a good supply of gold, the village was becoming a large town. The signpost of this growth would be the construction of a large landmark.
Cheer la sabidende.
Huh?
Yeah. Yaru, working.
With the landmark in place, the once sleepy village announced itself as a thriving feudal township. The townsfolk had been driven from their homes before, however. This time, they would defend themselves. The first step would be constructing a barracks for infantry.
Shula Beo Timlap. You're listening. Shirless hair. Yes. Eat your working.
Once it had a barracks, the town could establish a standing force of soldiers. Simple infantrymen armed with spears were a common choice for these militias.
Garwigan.
Yarway.
Yarwa Iowala.
Lukas Muthen. Forte. Yes, sir. Yarway. Yes, sir. Garwigan. Yarway. Yes, sir. Garwigan. Yes, sir.
The town now had a militia and could look to reclaim the lands lost to invasion. The invaders had blocked the road north with a stout palisade. Although spears were of little use against these walls, the militia could burn down the obstacle with torches.
Yes, sir. Yarway. Yerwath Garwigan. Yes, get his name. Garu Astigath. Thorfast.
With the road open, the militia could now reclaim their lands in the north. First, the spearmen had to deal with a lone sentry.
Remas Garu! Yes!
Advancing aggressively, the militia eliminated the enemy sentry. The invaders had a small cavalry camp guarding the road, but the militia was ready to attack.
Remas Garu! Aknawa!
Spears were highly effective against cavalry, allowing the militia to win the day. All that remained was to destroy the invaders' stables.
Garu Astiga!
The invaders' cavalry post was destroyed, but other enemy positions awaited further up the road. Hostile archers defended the next camp, which would put spearmen at a disadvantage. The township needed cavalry of its own to deal with this, and so would need to build stables. To deploy that cavalry quickly, the town needed to build their stables near the front lines. Fortunately, friendly villagers came out of hiding and joined the effort.
Heareth Opa.
Aknawa.
Was shooting!
Jesus! Your way on your Sammy Ending! Yes, sir! That's Shule Bayo Timbran! Aknawa! Each brookie that.
Cheerless here!
Yeah, yeah.
That's Shula Bill Timbran!
Here is name.
Garu Upa!
Very
Rit Nu!
Wait,
Cheerless here!
internet!
H. Timbra Theos!
Here is name.
Garwigan Asaka!
With stables in place, the town could field horsemen of its own.
Italy was selling.
Eat your worker!
Each brookie that.
H. Timbra Theos!
Garu Upa! Aknawa!
Cheerless their fend they haste them! That's Shula Bill Timbran!
you worta.
Yeah, yeah.
Here a thopper. Each timber theos.
Beod me.
Each brewke that. Each a work.
Ayored Yaru.
Ike on your celly.
Beod me. You need it up. Written Hester. Yeah, it's Yera. Yeah, Yaru. Beod me. Then Hester. Ayored Yaru.
Remet Garu.
Then Hester. Beod me. Yeah, Yaru. Are you right us, Yahweh? Yeah.
The town now had a rapid light cavalry, skilled at harassing slower targets, such as archers.
Healthful. Each a folly.
Remet Garu. Rit nu.
Yeah, good. You sadly up up. Each a will.
Ga. Garu upa. Garu we got.
You need to do.
Slayer.
Young one.
The cavalry eliminated the enemy archers and moved on to destroying the archery range itself. The invaders' archers and their camp were destroyed. A final enemy emplacement remained, one fortified with palisades and defended by spearmen. To deal with this target, the town would need longbowmen. First, they needed to build archery ranges in the area regained from the invaders. Once more, friendly villagers arrived to help.
Yarway Iawarla. That shule beo timbran.
Yes.
Each timbra theos. Yes, sir. West.
And you work, eh? What's their faith, eh?
Garwigan. Astira. Garwigan.
There, a dog.
Yeah, word. Yerwap Garwigan.
Veridon.
With several archery ranges in place, the town could add longbowmen to its forces.
Each a worker.
Icheum Yiseli.
Veo des Trail Border
That
Yard.
Shule Bayo Timbran.
Veo des Trail Border Yard.
Each Timbra fails. Hestes commended. That Shule Bayo Timbran.
A strong force of archers could eliminate enemy spearmen at a distance, so long as they took the proper position.
Aeoridas Yahweh. Aeoridas. Ferath. Steadfast anew. Ashkawa. Read it, Aeoridas. On Styria, Strelbor.
Poised on a cliff top, the longbowmen would be protected from an infantry charge.
Abuga, Strelbor.
The last of the invaders fell to the resurgent homegrown population. Now that their lands were free of enemies, the town could take the next step in its growth and become a powerful medieval city. Here, too, the erection of a great landmark would be the signpost of this growth.
Return.
work.
Steady faster now. Ichiera. Aeoridas. Healthborough. Shayakande! Move!
Where a few lowly refugees had founded a small village, now rose a mighty city. From there would grow an empire. Some events leave a deep mark on history, but none on the land. This is the site of the Battle of Hastings. After almost 1,000 years, no traces of the bloody conflict can be seen. But here, the fate of England turned. It's where a king was killed, and his victor claimed the throne. October 14th, 1066. We know what happened here on this day, thanks to this. The Bayeux Tapestry. A carefully preserved, illustrated record of events. It shows the main players. Harold, the newly crowned Anglo-Saxon King of England, and his challenger, William, Duke of Normandy. William claimed the previous king had promised him the crown. So, he assembled an army and prepared to sail to England to fight King Harold for the throne. But a storm thwarted his plans. Meanwhile, Harold discovered that a Viking invasion had landed in the north. Another threat to his crown. so he raced to fight them. In France, William waited for the right conditions to sail across the Channel to England. The weather cleared. He seized his chance. "250 miles north, Harold had defeated the Vikings. Now, hearing of William's arrival, his army sped south. At 9 o'clock in the morning, on this hill, William's Norman army were ready to do battle with Harold's Anglo-Saxon men. The stage was set, and up for grabs, England itself. On October 14th, 1066, William of Normandy stood ready for battle at the base of a hill. The high ground belonged to King Harold of England and his Anglo-Saxon army. Here, on this hilltop, the fate of England would be decided.
Je veuille vous obéir. Donnez-moi vos appuis. Pour votre service.
William's Norman army made the first charge, launching a direct assault on the shield wall. Though William's army fought fiercely against the shield wall, it would not yield. As one man fell, another took his place. Overlapping shields in tight formation made for a near impenetrable barrier. Realizing his army could not break the shield wall, William called for a retreat. He aimed to lure the Anglo-Saxons into a false sense of victory, causing them to break formation. William's feigned retreat was working. The Anglo-Saxon army broke their shield wall formation, leaving gaps for William to make a move. With Harold's men no longer in shield wall formation, William could pick them off as they charged.
Keep
The Anglo-Saxons had deployed rows of spearmen to push back the invaders. But William had an answer. His sharp-eyed archers. More Norman men-at-arms reinforced William's army. Additional Norman archers joined the battle. Anglo-Saxon archers joined the fray, and the Normans' deadly cavalry ready to charge. But first, William's forces had to eliminate the enemy spearmen, whose sturdy polearms could easily bring down a horse. With the threat of spearmen cleared from the field, William's cavalry was free to charge at the Anglo-Saxon archers. The Anglo-Saxon army was in disarray. Their shield wall had been neutralized, and their numbers were dwindling. Now the only thing standing between William and victory was King Harold himself. The last of Harold's men encircled their king, prepared to lay down their lives to save his. the Anglo-Saxon King Harold had fallen. In the confusion, some loyal soldiers fought to the death, while others scattered in panic. Leaderless and defeated, the last of the Anglo-Saxon army fled for their lives. The Normans celebrated victory over the English king, but William's quest to rule England was just beginning.